we're going to give it a little bit of lubrication right here. We're going to engage. I'm going to come in with that line and get ready, and we go. We're a little bit slow on our line there. We need to get that up a little bit better. Give ourselves another 10. Come out past here. Come back. Take out some slop and all of that. You're ready to go again. Engage. 0. Alright, we're coming in pretty close on the line there. I'm happy with that. Get a good count there. Oh, there we go. We're going. You really gotta be used to coming in here. Okay, we're back at 0. Alright. I like 10 at a time until I get down close. Got to keep a good eye on that tool bit there. You don't want to touch the surface until you're ready. And we missed our dial. Give it a little loose. Alright, on our dial. And 0. Another 10. Take the slop out. Bring it on down close. Engage. Dial. Instead of like coming out easy at the end, you're just starting easy on the beginning, that's all. It takes a little bit to get used to. Okay, there's our 50. This is our last of our 10,000 cuts. Another little bit of lube. Engage. Depth. Okay, now we're going to just take 5. Alright, around here. Take our slop out. Engage. Depth. Another 5. Take the slop out. We'll go ahead and we'll give it a little lube here. Engage. Depth. Alright, this is 65 right here on the straight end depth. We're going to take this cut and then a spring cut, and then we'll check the nut for the first time. Bring it out. Take all the slop out. Engage to depth. Okay, we're going to leave it right there. We're just going to take a spring cut now. Engage to depth. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get this out of the way here. Alright, and our test. We're still a little tight. We're going to be about another 5 thousandths. We're coming back over here, we're bringing her down to 0. Alright, we're on 65. We just want to confirm where we're at. We're going to take another 5. Alright, now we're bringing it out, bringing it over, taking out the slop. Gotta get some lube on here. Now we're going to take another 5 and then a spring cut. engage to depth. Bring it out. I'm going to go for the spring cut. Engage to depth. Bring it out. Bring it down here, clear. Feels like we've got a burr on the nut. That feels good all the way up to that end point. I don't want sloppy threads. It was wearing every time they changed those blades. Okay, we're going to be doing something that is not there. It looks like a little burr right there. That's our left-hand threading. So all the way till it gets that last thread. So we got some work to do on that nut. Alright, we're setting up the two old shafts here side by side, and we left all the wear and the evidence that shows how they were placed and how they were riding. And we already knew that we had a thrust collar that was severely worn out and worn into the side of the housing over here. This is a good example of a thrust collar, and it's the one that's going to go up here. For some reason we think that's a little excess up there, but the wear shows that the blade arbor face was tight against right there, and the wear here is the length of the bearing, and it had the most centered pulley, meaning that the pulley was centered here. Now we centered up this shaft with that pulley, just evidence that both of those pulleys are within 1/8 of an inch of being in line. Okay, the original design was not to have this keyway extend into the wear of the babbitt. Okay, so we know that this shaft slid that way at least 1 inch, 1.5 inches. All right, so what we did is we're theoretically going to put both of these keyways center to center, and sometime or another, when a thrust collar or something came apart, went back together, somebody just assembled these at that position, and that's how they ran them. Alright, so this is what we've done. We're going to build 2 more collars. This one here we're going to use up here, and that shaft's going to be fine. And we set up, and we're going to be end milling a keyway in the center here. We're going to give a 3-inch key, which is longer than we need, and we're going to center it, and the pulleys are going to ride in the center. Now that we got all brand new fit on each end here, we're going to build a collar, and the collar is going to fit here. We're going to duplicate a collar because this one didn't have a collar. This pulley was rubbing up against this housing. When we pulled off that pulley, that's where we looked in and saw that great big egged out area, because this has a 3.5-inch key here, and this pulley here is going back to the motor. So that was what was pushing that wear back there. Somehow that collar got displaced, that shaft moved this way here, and that's how that got in line there. So we don't have anything to go by but our instincts and centering of brand new shafts. But we're going to put 2 keys in the center here, 1 keyway off to the here, and we're going to go ahead and manufacture 2 new collars. Now I'm set up here with the shaft in the T-nut slot, and it's toe clamped down, and you can't get a straighter line of locating your shaft on a table. Now I got the 3/8 end mill in here, and we're going to cut an end mill slot. Alright, now I'm going to show you how I typically set up and center, start, figure out where I'm at, and cut this keyway to full depth on center and to the length without dialing the part in. And this is a practice that I've been practicing my whole career, and I have not had a failed keyway due to doing this procedure here. Although you should always know how to take an edge finder and come find the edge of your part, come over, compensate for your edge finder, and then come over half of your part and know exactly where you are center line, compensating your diameter of your cutter. You should always know that. Alright? But I'm going to show you how I do this key, and I'm going to zero in first to show you how I set it up, then I'll stand out and then show you how I'm cranking in the table and feeding that in. There again, this is a tip. You know, the first time I was cutting the keyway and my foreman came over and he goes, "What are you doing? You should already be done with that key." And I go, "Well, I'm getting perfect center." And he goes, "I'm going to show you." And this is basically how he portrayed the same thing to me. Alright, you start your end mill, and you come down and you touch your part. Go across, feed it a couple thousand, go across. And you continue this until you get to 3/8 of an inch, that's my cutter, 3/8 of an inch of width. Right across the top of your cut, or your part. Okay, that looks pretty close. Grab our pocket scale here. I mean, you know, if you can read those 5,000 lines right there, you should be able to see if your cutter is also square on there. And we got a little bit more, it's just a little bit more than 5/16 of an inch. We got 3/8 of an inch of width there. We take our cutter, put it in the free mode. Put it so your two flutes are exactly straight across from each other. Okay, you crank it in until your cutter is equal on each side of that fresh cut. Now you lock your table down. Make sure your knee is straight, tight. Alright, that's 0 center to center. And it also is 0 as far as your depth. So now I set the knee. Okay, we're 0, 0, we locked our table, and now we're going to set 0 on our height here, because we need to control our depth. Alright, now we're still out in front of where we're actually going to start, so I'm going to fire it up. We're going to go back to where I want to plunge straight down, and then we're going to crank in what we want, and then we're going to feed it until we get to where we're going. And I need to adjust my coolant here at the same time. Alright, that's where we want to start. Okay, 3/8 ski, half of that is 1875. I'll let you go 195 for a depth on that 3/8 ski. Plunge is real nice and let it stock. Alright, auto feed, release the brake a little bit, and we're going to make a 3/inch cut. I'm not going to make you watch the whole cut, but we're already plunged in and we're going to be going about right there.